If Jamaica's athletes were to stand upon a podium based on the number of medals won for the black, green and gold, Veronica Campbell Brown would emerge head and shoulders above a quality field. Campbell Brown has won 51 medals for Jamaica, 29 of which are gold.
One of the great major championship performers, Veronica Campbell Brown, twice the Olympic champion over 200 meters.
Merlene Ottey created a blueprint, but you could say Veronica built the foundation because her every move was historic. She gave Jamaica her first Olympic women's gold medal in the sprint in 2004, starting a chain of belief that maybe, just maybe, Olympic gold could be commonplace. Then in 2007, in a photo finish at the World Championships, Veronica wins the 100 meter to hand Jamaica her first senior global 100 meter title. In doing that, she became the first Jamaican athlete to be crowned junior champion, youth champion, and senior champion in the sprint. Sprinter, author, ambassador, mother, designer, wife to her high school sweetheart, Omar Brown. Sports Chat caught up with Veronica Campbell Brown for a masterclass in athletics. Hi Veronica, welcome to Sports Chat.
Hi Tanya, thanks for having me.
Okay, so you would have run at Champs when there were like two people at Champs, and then Girls Champs was merged with Boys Champs in 1999, and then there were like 35,000 people. What was Champs like for you? Because you experienced both.
As you pointed out, I was there when it was just Girls Champs, and then in 1999 when it was converted to Boys and Girls Champs in one. As Girls Champs only, the support was limited, as you know. But when it merged, there was so many more support. So as a result, there was so much more energy. But overall, competing at Champs is just an excellent experience because it teach me to run and compete under pressure. And I think my days at Champs actually helped me in my career because it's so competitive. At VIA, it was all about we and Diego at the time when I was there because we were trying to beat Diego trying to beat us. And most of our main competitors were the Diego student athletes. So everything we do, it was always about training and preparing for Champs. The Champs has always been at the center of our mind. Every time we train, sometimes we get up like 5 a.m. for training, and we didn't mind it because our objective was to make the Champs team and make sure that when we get the Champs, we are able to put on our best show and to run as fast and to earn as many points as possible. But again, Champs is such a great event, and my memories are to cherish, and they has helped me to perform on the higher stages when I go into the professional arena.
I was listening to Anisha McLaughlin recently on KLS, and she was saying that nothing really compares to the atmosphere at Champs. So she's been to the Olympics, World Championships, and Champs is #1 in her book. Do you find, how do you compare the atmosphere at Champs? What was it like for you compared to the Olympics, the World Championships?
Atmosphere at Champs is like no other. You witness it many times, the excitement, the pack cover beating, and all this excitement, the horn blowing and all that, just give it that extra energy. And to go out there and perform well and make yourself and your teammate proud. So Champs, the energy and the environment is second to none. And as you know, it is the biggest high school sporting event in the world where people from all over the world come every year just to get a taste of what it's like to be in such an energetic and upbeat environment.
Do you think the atmosphere helps to strengthen an athletic performance?
Definitely, because with all that, you have to be focused. You cannot get carried away. It's not a moment to dance when the pot cover and stuff start beating, but it gives you that energy and let you know that it's time to run and run hard. Put your best foot forward because everybody is behind you. And when you cross a finishing line, and especially when your fans them start cheering, them feel good, you feel good. So it is the energy you get, you want to give it back. So you get the energy in the stadium and give it back on the track. So it is just an excellent atmosphere.
I want to go back before Champs because you were that little girl in Trelawney that grew up in a farming family with like 5 brothers, you had 4 sisters. What was so special about that little girl? Why she became Jamaica's #1 medalist in history?
From a very young age, I've always enjoyed running. I would run everywhere I'm going. If my mother sent me to the supermarket, I would run. If I'm going to the bus stop to catch a bus for school, I would run. So running has been a part of me, and then I discovered that I was gifted with the gift of speed, and I embraced it and I worked hard at it. And it was also fun. So it was about maximizing my potential, making sure that I really utilize the gift that I got. But it was also fun to run. It was like my happy place. It's like you're free when you're running. And so I embraced it. And I think knowing that I could make a career out of running just motivated me to just keep working hard at it. Don't matter the injuries, don't matter the races I lost. It was always about pushing myself and seeing how far this talent could take me.
So most athletes I know actually don't like training. Usain Bolt famously have said this many times. Do you actually like training?
For the most part, especially the speed and power training, I really do not like running over 250. Anything over 250 meters, I do not like it, but I still have to do it when it is part of the program. But the speed and power, it is so fun because that's what I'm about. I'm about going fast. I'm about exerting power. So I find that fun. But then with the other tempo type run and the other longer stuff, we have to do them because we need those to help us to be able to sprint and apply good force. But yes, I do enjoy training.
All right, so you don't like anything over 250. I remember being at a development meet. I think it was Grand Prix, and Elaine was running the 400 meter. And then she said she stopped because she just doesn't like it. I don't think any sprinter really likes the 400. Did you have to do the 400 in training? We
as sprinters do not like 400 meters. I do not do that many 400 meters in training, but I've run a few 400 meters in competition. And I don't really like it because I don't think we as sprinter really know how to run the 400 meter. We went out like we always start like we're running 100 meter and then we cannot finish. We are all about explosiveness and speed and power, so it's hard for us to really distribute the energy and do the format of how the 400 meter is to truly be run.
Right, so you're 18 years old, you run at Champs, then it's the summer, and of course you run at the Olympics, you know, not typical for an 18-year-old. So you get to the Olympics, you're running a 4x1. It's not just any 4x1. This is a 4x1 team that includes Merlene Ottey, your idol at the time. An idol for many people, because even when I interviewed Warren Ware, he said that he became an Olympian because he used to have a Coca-Cola cup with Merlene Ottey's face and her accomplishments written on it. So she's an idol to you. This is a big responsibility. Jamaica is in that 4x1. And of course, you win the silver and you get your first medal at the Olympics at only 18 years old. But what was that experience like for you? You're running with Merlene Ottey. Were you excited? Were you nervous?
It was a little of both, because I was excited to be on a team with so many veteran sprinters, and Merlene is my role model. So I was excited to be in the atmosphere with her and to compete with her, but also nervous in that I have a responsibility to make sure I do my part and do it well, because I was given the second leg to run, and I consider the second leg or the anchor leg pressure. You have to make sure that you do what you need to do to hand over the baton safely. And a lot of the seniors did not believe that an 18-year-old was capable of running the second leg. So I have to make sure that I was focused and make sure that I did the job well. At the end of the day, we got to the finish line, got a medal, and I'm very proud that I was able to contribute to that.
Now the 2004 Olympics. I remember that Olympics for you. You're in your individual event. Here comes the 200 meter. The Americans had their pre-race favorite. They felt it was Allyson Felix, a woman you would face many times to come for many years to come. But we had a young Veronica Campbell Brown that we know that when the smoke cleared, it would be her. And it was you, the first Caribbean woman to actually medal in a sprint event at any Olympic Games. Walk us through that race and also walk me through the podium after, because you were very emotional on the podium.
Having run at the 2000 Olympics, it wasn't my first time at the big stage. So I was a little bit more confident going in although it was an individual event. And a lot of people did not think that I would win, but I was confident and I was prepared. And my mindset was at the sound of that gun to get out and run as fast as I can without looking back until I cross that line. And that's what I did. It was an excited moment. And that's why when I got to the podium, I was so emotional, because as a young girl, I dreamt of winning an individual Olympic gold medal. And at that time, my dream came true. And I realized that it doesn't matter where you come from. It's based on your hard work, your mindset, and the goals that you have. If you continue to work towards them, you can achieve them. So I was overwhelmed with joy. And then when I got to that podium and the national anthem started playing, it is always such an emotional thing to hear the national anthem.
Your career has spanned about 18 seasons. So you've had a lot of races, you've had a lot of world championships, a lot of Olympics events. If you could pick any race to rerun, anything to do over, what race would you pick and why?
Oh man, I have so many moments that I would redo, especially in the 100 meters. There's a lot of 100-meter races that I think I could have executed better.
Yes.
But I'm gonna choose the 2011 100-meter finals, the one that Carmelita won.
Here is your correct start list. She's yet to do it when the pressure's really on. And on the outside, one of the great major championship performers, Veronica Campbell Brown, twice the Olympic champion. Jamaicans, 2 Americans, a Bulgarian, a Nigerian and a Trinidadian. Here we go, we get a clean start. Fraser Price was looking for a quick start. Going on the near side is Campbell Brown. Coming through the middle is Carmelita Jetta. Fraser Price is so close to her. Jetta's going to take it.
Campbell Brown from lane number 8 has been confirmed the silver.
I think I was on pace to win that race. But I messed up so badly at the start. And I do not like to make excuses. But when I think of that race, I did not hear the gun clearly. The starting system that was behind us was a weird one, and they had speakers behind us, and there was no speaker directly behind me. So I think I heard the echo of the gun. So I started slow, and a lot of people could say that Veronica have a slow start already, and that one was just a terrible start. And I made up a lot of grounds. I almost got there with Carmelita, but it was too late. So if I could redo that race, I would, and hope to react a little better, faster, and challenge Carmelita better, and then maybe the result would have.
Because you know what they say? They say you win the 100 meter in the first 20 or 30 meters. So
absolutely, yeah.
Wow. Now, injuries, something that affects athletes, obviously physically, but it affects athletes mentally, it affects them just emotionally. How did you deal with injuries and injury concerns?
You cannot be concerned about injuries, because I feel like if you think about something too much, you could attract it to yourself. But when I do get an injury, I just deal with it in a positive way, do all the necessary rehab, treatment, strength work, and try not to let it overwhelm me. Try not to believe that it is going to be forever, and be prepared mentally that you're going to come back and run as fast. My worst injury was, I think 2006, when I got a quad injury, and that was so bad, for lack of a better word, that some people think that it would be hard to come back and sprint, because with the quad, it is a delicate area, and I actually had a little dip in it. But actually within 1 season, I was good, and it was never a problem again. So you have to be mentally tough. You cannot let people tell you that this injury is career ending. And if you think it is career ending, maybe it will, and you may not work hard enough to rehab. So you have to be positive about the injuries you get, and just focus on rehabbing, strength, and know that you're gonna come back and you're gonna be on top of, you're gonna be in tip-top shape. It's not gonna set you back, that you're not gonna set you back in a way that you will not recover and continue to run fast.
So for you, the mental is very important.
Definitely, yeah, it is absolutely key. You cannot achieve anything without being mentally tough, because as you can see, the world we're living, it is not easy. It is tough, it is rough, and only the ones who are mentally tough will be able to survive.
Veronica, what's your hope for the future of Jamaica's athletics? I mean, looking at the pool of talent, we obviously have some immense talent on the female side. Our women are doing very well. On the male side, it's a bit of a struggle right now. But what's your hope for the future of Jamaica's athletics?
Jamaica have a rich history in producing some of the best athletes in the world. And my hope is that that trend and legacy continue. Our young people have enough role model to emulate and to use to influence them to work hard and to continue to keep the flag rising high. So I hope that they will continue to keep Jamaica on top of the podium.
Let's go back a few years now. Let us go back to your younger self. If you could go back to that teenage girl at Fair at 16 years old, what would you say to that teenager?
That's an interesting question. And at 16, I was in high school. I was running track, studying, enjoying it. So I think I would say you're on the right track. Just keep pushing forward, stay focused, stay motivated, keep studying, keep training hard, and just continue along the path that you're going.
Well, you were a supremely talented junior, right? So I guess it was a no-brainer for you at 16 to keep going. But you have some athletes out there now, they're champs, they're not necessarily doing so well, they're running, they have an interest in athletics, but they're not really sure what they want to do with their future. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about maybe filling your shoes or going on to do athletics?
The main thing is that you have to love it, because there's a lot of hard work. So if you're truly passionate about track and field, you're not afraid to work hard, you're not afraid to lose your races and pick yourself up and go at it again, then you're on the right track. But if you're afraid of all those things, it will be hard to be successful. So you have to be mentally tough. You have to work hard. You have to surround yourself with positive people. You have to know how to bounce back from a loss or from an injury. You also have to respect your competitors. You cannot take anybody for granted. You cannot go into any race thinking that you're gonna just dismantle the competition, even when you're on top of your game. You have to focus on you, focus on your lane, and continue to be mentally tough and work hard and continue to climb to the top. It's not that easy, but it's possible. And when you get to the top, it's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to stay and stop. But as long as you're consistent in your work ethic, your mental thinking, and the type of people around you, then you will be good.
What would you say VCB is most proud of?
I have to divert from track and field with this one.
Okay.
It is definitely being a mom.
Wow.
It is a feeling, it's a joy like no other, just to see Aviana every day growing, and the energy she brings, the innocence, the smile, the happiness. And then I know that my responsibility is to do everything I can to make sure that I guide her in the right path, nurture her, care for her, provide for her. It is such a great feeling, and it is one of the most beautiful duty a person can have.
What if she comes to you and Omar and says she wants to run track?
Definitely support her. Whatever she's passionate about, whatever she want to do, we will support her.
You live in Virginia, but have you been here this year? Like, how often do you come back to Jamaica?
For this year, no trip as yet. But as soon as the port will be opening soon, I heard it's June 15th. It will open for airplane and stuff like that. So we are looking forward to our trip this year. And sometimes we do 2 to 3 trips.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how many trips we'll get this year based on the pandemic and all the setbacks we have had. But Aviana loves fruits. Any type of fruit we give her, she eat it. And she can eat a mango by herself. She eat the mango seed down to the white. So I'm sure she will enjoy her trips to Jamaica.
And what's your favorite part, Kingston or country?
The country area. I just like the relax, just don't have to worry about traffic or anything, just go in the country and relax. So when we go to Jamaica, we mainly relax in the country. We spend time in Kingston too, because Omar's mother is in Kingston, but for the most part, we rather the country area, not just Trelawney, but all over Portland, Portmore, those areas.
All right, so you just entered the world of, should I call it athletic gear, but you launched your VCB Fit line. Tell us about it, tell us where we can get it.
So VCB Fit was launched earlier this year. It is currently only available online at vcbfit.com. So far in the collection, there are only 3 pieces, but there are more than 1 colors. So we have a tights, sports bra, and a box top. More things are coming, but again, you can get it at vcbfit.com, and I'll see what the future holds. I'm excited about this venture,
What color do you have?
So the tights we have black and green, and then same thing for the sports bra, and then black and green for the top as well. So you can mix and match, you can wear them as sets, and the quality is very good. The reviews I've gotten so far, people like the quality, and as I said, I'm excited to see what God have in store for it, and it is designed for all women.
So it's not just for athletes, it's for everyone, because sometimes I'll wear athletic clothing if I'm like going to the supermarket, just because I can't be bothered to dress up.
It's for anybody who like to work out, or anybody who, some people like to wear athletic clothes just to lounge in it, to wear it to the supermarket, to traveling and stuff like that. So it's versatile. It's not just for training either. It's versatile.
When I told my mother I was doing this interview, she got very excited. There's a picture of you in her house because she thinks that somehow you're her daughter. But you have a lot of Jamaican fans that are like that. I'll allow you to close by leaving a message to your Jamaican fans.
I just want to thank all my Jamaican track and field fans for all the support over the years. I've been running for Jamaica since I can remember, or running in Jamaica since my primary school days, and I have a long list of supporters who has always been there with me, follow me through my VEER days, through my college days here in the US, and my professional days. So I want to thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me and to all the athletes who you guys are supporting. So continue to support us, continue to lift us up in your prayers, and let us just continue to love and care for each other as we continue to keep Jamaica flag flying high.